Mayors, office members, councillors, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to hear this evening to launch the local channel. And first hearing about it, I thought it had something to do with local radio or even television. But I discovered that your venture is actually more at the cutting edge of communications. This product, www.thelocalchannel.ie, developed by Aptogenics Limited, is a fantastic concept. And as one I welcome not only for NACE, but also in my capacity as Commissioner for the Internal Market and Services. It crosses boundaries, countries and continents, and provides a mechanism for the dissemination of information that thinks local while acting global. And information, as we all know, is power. The fact that NACE will be the working model for all other countries intended to use this product, China, Russia, Slovakia, is something to make us proud. But in a sense, it's not unexpected. The Irish are great communications. And if NACE can produce a concept that can reach over 8,500 villages in Ireland, it's no surprise that it can be translated to 400,000 villages in Russia and 900,000 villages in China. If the concept is right, the territory and the numbers just don't matter. I believe that what you're trying to achieve comes at a very important time. The Irish newspaper industry is going through some difficult times at the moment. Sadly, you can no longer always believe what you read in the news. Take the case that recently went through the legal system, where a woman who worked as a translator and was in a car with the late Liam Lawler when he was tragically killed in Moscow was said in print to be a prostitute. But certain elements of the media look down on many from a place called the high moral ground. They themselves do not actually inhibit it. In fact, I don't know anyone who does either. What I do know is that setting oneself up as judge and jury, disseminating verdicts rather than presenting facts, allowing the reader to make up his or her own mind, is not democratic. Sadly, it would appear that many newspapers are no longer about gathering and disseminating news. They're more about gathering money. And they're no longer about telling us about what such a person or such a company is doing. It's more about their view of the person or their business. In fact, it's about what they think about something of which they have no hands-on experience. And while criticism is always welcome by anyone who wants to progress, the unmitigated destruction of a person's reputation or the work that they are about is not. I have no reason to believe that essentially this is not the same across the globe. So I view your project as a back to basics, a communication of information by the people, for the people, of the things that count in everyday life. When local radio first began to broadcast the deaths, some people laughed. But this service is actually of more value to people in the local community than the latest escapades of Kate Moss or the storyline in Coronation Street. We want that too, of course, but it's not as urgent as removal time for someone who has passed away. So I have no doubt the follower Tom MacDonald's website will have a huge following, as long as that we don't have to read the full Sunday sermon as well. I myself will be a keen follower of Alan LeGroux's local GAA website, and the business website, which will be demonstrated by Maya Doyle, will be another site I will visit. Seamus Curran Action Group site will be a great value, as he's very interested in local politics, but more importantly, he has been my hairdresser for now nigh on 40 years, doing a somewhat difficult job with less and less resources all the time. And I'll also make great value with Hilary Stewart's local support group site and Catherine Marr's Ashgrove residence site. This communication on the town's website, easy to use with even basic computer skills, is the future for all of us. The who, what, when, where, why of what is happening locally and globally. Businesses will see new opportunities, not just for revenues, with opportunities to reach new clients. And even a small increase of something like 2% in revenue represents a hugely valuable input to the economic value of our community. Plus, organisations like schools, clubs and churches can reach people in a secure environment. So I congratulate you wholeheartedly on building this major software application right here in Naas. In one sense, it's no surprise, given our leading edge of software for the past 2 decades. But it does certainly add something extra. We are exporting concepts. May I wish you the best of luck, agus Gunari and Boherlin. Gormagam.